devil, often referred to as the adversary or the enemy, has been engaging in a relentless battle against Christians for centuries. This spiritual warfare is rooted in the devil's primary objective, to lead humanity away from God and towards darkness and sin. Christians, in particular, are a focal point of the devil's attacks because they represent a threat to his authority and a beacon of hope in a world filled with darkness. One of the primary reasons the devil targets Christians is that they possess a deep understanding of their faith and the power of God. As children of God, Christians have been given the gift of salvation, which grants them access to a profound sense of purpose, joy, and fulfillment. This gift is a direct threat to the devil's agenda, as it undermines his ability to manipulate and control humanity. By targeting Christians, the devil seeks to distort their perception of God, diminish their faith, and ultimately lead them away from the path of righteousness. The devil's strategy to make Christians satanic involves subtle and cunning tactics. He often begins by sowing seeds of doubt and uncertainty, whispering lies and half-truths into the ears of believers. He may use worldly temptations such as wealth, fame, or power to draw Christians away from their faith and towards a more self-centered and narcissistic lifestyle. He may also exploit human weaknesses such as pride, anger, or fear to create division and strife within the Christian community. Furthermore, the devil often disguises himself as an angel of light, presenting himself as a benevolent guide or mentor. He may use pseudo-spiritual or philosophical ideologies to lead Christians astray, promoting a watered-down or distorted version of the gospel that is more palatable to the world but devoid of true spiritual power. This can result in a form of satanic Christianity, where believers incorporate worldly values and practices into their faith, compromising their witness and undermining the effectiveness of their ministry. Another reason the devil targets Christians is that they are called to be salt and light in a decaying world. As ambassadors of Christ, Christians are commissioned to spread the gospel, disciple new believers, and demonstrate the love and compassion of God to a broken and hurting world. By silencing or discrediting Christians, the devil seeks to prevent the spread of the gospel and maintain his grip on humanity. He may use persecution, ridicule, or social ostracism to intimidate Christians into silence, or he may use more subtle forms of manipulation, such as apathy or complacency, to render them ineffective in their witness. In addition, the devil is aware that Christians have the power to overcome him through the blood of Christ and they dwell in presence of the Holy Spirit. As believers, we have been given the authority to resist the devil's attacks, to cast out demons, and to bring healing and deliverance to those who are bound by the enemy. By targeting Christians, the devil seeks to neutralize this threat, to render them powerless and ineffective in their spiritual warfare. In conclusion, the devil targets Christians because they represent a fundamental threat to his authority and a powerful witness to the transforming power of the gospel. Through his cunning and subtle tactics, he seeks to lead believers away from their faith, distort their perception of God, and render them ineffective in their ministry. However, as Christians, we must remember that we are not powerless against the devil's attacks. We have been given the armor of God, the sword of the Spirit, and the shield of faith to protect us from the enemy's arrows. By standing firm in our faith, by resisting the devil's lies and temptations, and by trusting in the power of God, we can overcome the enemy and emerge victorious in the spiritual warfare that rages around us.